What an amazing place, right? So sometimes you have to consider which ways you can use to get oxygen. A lot of people often panic because they're running low on oxygen, they haven't planned their stuff properly. So if you chose not to get it from water via electrolyzers, you can probably consume algae for a while and produce it with a normal starting device. Hell, I forgot what the name is called. But the best way that I always go for is the deodorizers. Why? Because you will always have sometimes like a small amount of polluted oxygen that's being generated from waste of any sort. And you can turn that into breathable oxygen. And at the same time, you can start building up your clay. Clay is incredibly useful, especially at any point in the game where you want to have a very strong insulation material. So I would suggest starting early. That's why I focus my approach when I play a game around deodorizers for oxygen production. You can produce a massive amount of it if you know how. And the only thing you need to be mindful of is to not go near 2000 grams of pressure in the surroundings. Make sure that if you're using polluted water for polluted oxygen production, that there's no water or other liquid that layers over the polluted oxygen, so it will stop eventually if the polluted water has no contact with air. The other thing that you need to be mindful of is if there is compressed carbon dioxide, it might also stop. So if you have like compressed carbon dioxide, sometimes it can also be chlorine gas that accumulates over a pool. It might sound fun to you in your head, but at the moment you stop producing that polluted oxygen, then you're not producing oxygen and you're not producing clay, so you're producing less ceramic in the long run. So whenever you think about your systems, they have to make some sense. Hopefully this helped you out.